Well, Rosie here took a dump on me again. Shocker. Ought to be used to it by now. I mean, I am. I'm getting used to just calling it broke real quick and getting after it. So there she is. My other wheel's broke. That wheel is not supposed to be down there on the bottom. It's supposed to be up a lot higher. I can show you on the other side how it's supposed to look. And the problem is it broke and fell and it jammed the track up too. So yeah, there's an idea. You should not be able to see the either wheel down low. In fact, it should be standing up above the bracket. And this side, it's fell quite a bit. I was running and the track would lock up, but then it break loose again and get to going. And so I kept thinking maybe, I had a stick or dirt, plugging it up. And you see this dirt I worked in, the way the track's picking up and kind of get it all stuck up in the teeth. But it kept breaking loose and going again, so I didn't really think nothing of it. And finally it locked up tight. I was actually sitting over there working. It locked up tight and I limped my way over here and I kind of worked it back and forth a little bit and I got it to move again. And so I started driving and I looked down and I saw that either wheel just bouncing up and down. So I was like, oh well crap, that's it. So anyway, either wheel's broke off the bearing, I suppose. But went right to work figuring out, thank God, because the track is jammed. Thank God, where we need to break it is right here on top. It's a little tight in there underneath the cab. That's about as much space as I can give myself. But at least that master link wasn't somewhere down on the bottom, So right up here on top, I got the track pad bolts off. Luckily Ryan was out here anyway and had that big impact of his again. So I was able to borrow it, get them bolts zipped off. And well, shoot, the day it broke, I went right to work cleaning it. Got all the mud and stuff off the bolts so I could get to them. Got the pads off, so now we got to try to get in here with a grinder and cut this little keeper pin out and see if we can drive it out, which when we broke the other side a couple weeks ago, we couldn't drive it out and then the pin got all jammed up and we ended up having to cut the pin. Hopefully I don't have to do that again, but if I do, I do. So for now, I got my grinder here. I'm gonna see if I can grind those out and try to get that pin to move. Had to call in the big guns. I worked on this thing for an hour the other night and I couldn't even get half of one side cut. But thankfully, my neighbor is a pipeline welder and he just happened to be home on days off. So hopefully he gets her knocked out of there pretty quick because he's just a lot better with a torch than I am. I never claimed to be an expert, that's for sure. But anyway, we'll get that pin knocked out of there one way or another and then we'll get that idler yanked out of there and replaced. I got the new either. I'll show you here in just a minute. It's in the back of my truck. I gotta walk back over to the house now and see how things are going with the kiddos. Alright, so my neighbor got that pin smoked out of there in like 20 minutes. It's great to have people that know what they're doing. It really is. Clearly I am not good with a torch because I spent an hour on it and didn't make any progress. But anyway, he's got it knocked out of there, so now the next step is going to be to lay this whole top portion of the track out. We're kind of backwards, working on the idler. I'd prefer to have broken the track at the idler, but it's stuck. It's still stuck. I tried the other day, pulling up on the edge of the shoe right here, try to pick up and try to pop it up out of that track. But I couldn't pick it up, and at the time the track was still connected. So I'm hoping now that I got some slack in the track, maybe I can pick it up out of there and just kind of flip it out and lay it out away from the machine. If it's bound up in there tight, I'm not really sure what I'll do, but I've got the tractor and some chains and I've got Rosie here, but I'm gonna try first with Rosie, just getting my teeth under that edge again and see if I can't pick it up and flip it out of there. I don't have enough space under the side of the machine here. I can't just grab that in and roll it back on itself like I did when I put it on the first time, because it'll get bound up under the machine. It can't fold over that tight. So I've got to try to pick up back here and slide it back first to get it going. So let me see what I can do with it here. I want to put the camera on a tripod, but there's nowhere to show me. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get the action footage for you guys because my phone will sit here in the sun and get hot in about a minute and it'll shut off. So let me see what I can do and I'll let you know. Alright, so yeah, it popped right out of there. Once that track's able to flex, it popped out, but I got the phone between my knees now and see if I can get some footage for you guys anyway. So I've just got the edge of the track just barely balanced on the teeth as best I can. I'm just walking it backwards. Well, dropped it. Whoa! You gotta be careful not to get it in a bind. See, I'm curled in as close as I can get now. You gotta be careful not to get it in a bind and accidentally bend that shoe is what I don't want to do. See, we got it off there now. I can grab it with the tractor and just flip it on out, but it can do it on its own. Huge progress. That's huge. Okay, now to get this either wheel yanked out. Let's see what that's going to take. Well, the either wheel is just going to fall out. It's broken, but I got to get the whole assembly out behind it to then put the new wheel on the old assembly. Well. We got double trouble. It broke the bracket too. See? There should be a leg here to hold the other side of the wheel. There it is there. This thing clearly was broken longer than I realized. No idea how long, to be honest with you. And I don't know now. I don't know if the wheel broke and then stressed and broke the bracket or vice versa. It had to have just broken just a couple days ago, the first time the track hung up on me. I don't imagine how I could have had it broken for more than just a day or two, really. Like I say, it broke a long time ago, but sweat all over my glasses. Just based on the wear patterns on that wheel, I just don't see, like, it's not like it broke and did that instantly. You know, that sucker was busted off for a while. Got run on a little bit, but anyway, I guess I can't replace just the wheel. I'll be replacing the whole idler assembly. I want to take it to my neighbor and ask if he can weld it back on, but I honestly I don't know that he can. I don't know that he's going to want to. Just because that's a big chunk to try to weld, and he's got to get it just right so that when you try to bolt the new idler in, it all fits. So I'd be better off try to see if I can get a part number off this thing, and maybe then I can cross-reference with a boneyard around here. See if I can find a boneyard that's got one that matches up off a case or something. That's probably my best bet. So let me see. Yeah, it's almost noon. I need to get on the horn here and see who I can find. It may or may not even have this piece, and I don't know that I can even find a part number on it. I'm gonna pick it up, take it over to the house, wash it up, see if I can find a part number on it. But I think more than anything, I'm just gonna have to call a boneyard, give them the serial number of my machine, and see if they can cross-reference it to another machine. Well, it sucks. I was hoping to bolt it all up and have it fixed today, but that's not looking likely.